A picture-perfect night here in Tampa, mid-70s for kickoff. You are watching the AT&T pregame show. Sarah Walsh with DeMarcus Beasley, Brian Dunseth, Kyle Martino, Brad Guzan, and our team joined by the man leading the U.S. squad, Mauricio Pochettino, fresh off a 2-1 victory against Paraguay on Saturday night. And you've spoken to us, Mauricio, over the past year about wanting to see grit and fight out of this team. You got all of that in Philadelphia a couple of days ago. What impressed you the most with that win?
Well, for me, I think is on after nearly 1 year, we start to see the identity that we want to translate, to our players. I think that is an important improvement. We are, I think, show that we are in a very good way. I think the important thing was that we showed the intensity, but also we showed the quality about how we wanted to play, under our philosophy, and that is two elements very, very important, and I think it's a good combination to keep improving and be ready for the World Cup.
Pochettino, you're playing Dest and Freeman on the right today. Both players that are, fighting for that right back or right wing back spot. What do you want to see out of those two players today working together on that right side?
No, I think of course, Serginho is in our previous ideas of how we analyze the player is a fullback. But I think after to see him and to test him and to really touch him, I think because we don't have too many wingers with the capacity that is showing Serginho, I think in our mind is to try to give some freedom to go forward because he's capable to disequilibrate and the capacity 1v1, the cross is going inside. I think this is a strong side, and then in a defensive way, in the way that we wanted to play with back four, I think maybe he can show some weakness that maybe with player like Freeman or Joe Scally can be a very good mix. But that is a test. It's another test because I think it has work and nothing is done. And I think today is another great opportunity for see the performance of these guys.
Mauricio, Bielsa's been impactful to world football. I mean, an important person in the game. What has he meant to you?
No, man, means a lot because for me it's like my second father, football father, I have my biological father, but in a football father, yes.
The picture.
It's my inspiration is a coach that I think I play the most under, some coach is with him. That is why for me it's a very important person in my life.
Your hair game was pretty good.
Sorry?
Your hair game was pretty good.
Yes. I try to arrive the same way in the next World Cup, it can grow.
Yeah,
Same with Brad.
If you're watching at home, that's Mauricio with the ponytail there in that picture.
Yes.
Mauricio, this being the last game of 2025, how have you seen the year from start to finish?
But I think always was really difficult. All project when it start is about to analyze and to see what is going on. Rather to have an impact is to build step by step. I think happy. I think very motivated, very focused, looking forward to right to the World Cup. I think now is going to be a time that is going to be tough because until March we are not going to play the next game. But I think we have a lot of things to do, communication with the player. I think that was a very good campus to finish the idea. And now the players know what they need to do in their clubs and then arrive in March in the best condition.
Mauricio, how difficult is the challenge tonight that Uruguay is?
No, very, very difficult challenge because I think it's one of the greatest team. For me, one of the best coach in the world, and it's going to be tough to play again. It's an emotional game for me because I think it's always it's like your mentor, and you play again, and always difficult. But I want to enjoy because I think to have the possibility to play again in Uruguay because it's a nation, that won the World Cup already, and I think it's the player and the coach is a very good challenge for us. It's a great game to try to compete and enjoy.
Well, we'll let you go and get these guys ready. Hey, best of luck tonight as we close out 2025 here in Tampa.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
We want to welcome in another member of our team. Melissa Ortiz is going to be pitchside when this game kicks. She's standing by now with much more on Mauricio's message to his team. Good evening, Melissa.
Good evening, y'all. This is the first time in 10 years that the U.S. is unbeaten in 4 straight games against top 40 FIFA-ranked teams. Yesterday, I got to speak to head coach Mauricio Pochettino about the progression of this team since coming off the win, and he says it really is a signal of the team's capacity. And he says the team needs to maintain but also improve on the performances as well as the intensity. But he says it's not about one player or one name. It's about the team. The team is the hero, is his message. And guys, in training yesterday, I talked to a few of the players, and you can really feel the sense of this culture of this building team. Yesterday, midfielder Tessman had told me that it goes back to Mauricio's message to the team, which is the star is the team. He kept on reiterating it. He said, for instance, there's no ego on this squad. Anybody can make mistakes, but it's about how you react, how you fight back to get the ball. And he said, the star is the team, the country is the team, and it's all about fighting for each other here.
Melissa, thanks so much. As for how that team starting lineup is going to look tonight, Dunny, give us the AT&T starting 11 for the Americans.
Well, there's 9 changes coming off that 2-1 win against Paraguay. Matt Breeze, 12th consecutive start. The last to do so, he's on the desk. In 2015, that was Brad Guzan. Mark McKenzie is the captain in this back line. Aiden Morris alongside Sebastian Berhalter. They'll pair underneath Timothy Tillman, getting his second start for the U.S. men's national team. Serginho Dest continues on that right-hand side. Diego Luna, 15 straight appearances in 2025. And last time Haji Wright was on the field, 2-goal performance against Australia in 64 minutes played.
Well, change has been constant here for Mauricio. When you look at that lineup, DeMarcus, who are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
I mean, I like Luna. I think he can still show a little bit more game after game. I know that he had a good match against Paraguay when he came on in the second half. And I look at Tolkien. I was a former left back, and I like to see left backs that can go forward. I know that's the modern game, to go forward, to attack, to put in crosses, things of that nature. But at the same time to defend, understand to have the communication with your left center back, obviously with your goalkeeper in behind you. But I think those 2 positions on that left side, Luna and Tolkien, I'll be looking at those 2 positions tonight.
Well, you mentioned Diego Luna. He's going to join us live momentarily as we are less than 30 minutes from kickoff. We're going to hear from Luna. He's a fan favorite here, set to join us live as the United States is closing out its year against Uruguay tonight. You are watching the AT&T pregame show from Tampa.